First things first, ladies and gentlemen, I want to definitely share my condolences. Rest in peace, O.J. Simpson. Obviously, the sports world just went crazy today after the O.J. Simpson news came out that he has passed away at the age of 76. He had problems with cancer. This is definitely a crazy situation that I must report to the people. You have everybody, speaking on this. His family confirmed this news today. The former NFL star and a former broadcaster, who, like I said, his all his achievements was took out. Obviously due to what occurred with him. Is a wild situation. To be honest with you, it says that he was surrounded by his children and grandchildren during this time of transition. His family asked that you please respect their wishes for privacy and grace. Simpson prostate cancer diagnosis was made public about 2 months ago. The Pro Football Hall of Famer Jim Porter said in a statement the Hall of Fame player had received chemotherapy treatment while Simpson was highly decorated, winning the 1968 Heisman Trophy as a running back for the University of Southern California before playing for the NFL. And we all know what he did. But I want to, before we get into all this, because I'm just watching everybody, do all the reporting. And to be honest with you, man, Cameron and Mase was the only people who was standing next to O.J. Simpson, who pretty much resurrected OJ, in my humble opinion, because nobody was even concerned about or was anything reporting about anything that OJ had to say. Obviously the case that he had, it's sad. America pretty much just all over the place. Obviously this case happened. I wasn't even born when this happened. With O.J. Simpson. So I mean, to be honest with you, it's crazy. Part of me, like I said, I ain't gonna say I wasn't born. It was 1995. I was 2 years old. During this trial, that O.J. went through. It's a crazy situation, in my humble opinion. But Cameron and Mase, they was the only ones. And it's wild to see everybody, long live Juice, Juice, and this, that, and the third, which, like I said, is honorable. You understand? I mean, I ain't gonna sit up here and tell you that that's not what you're supposed to do but it's just the fact that, we got to start to celebrate people while they're here, and that's something that I feel that, in all communities, but we all know, in our community, it seems like we don't get our flowers or the red carpet until, we can't receive them physically. And I think that's very unfortunate. And we don't know just yet, but I know that it seems like now everybody, is concerned with OJ. Everybody is highlighting how great he was, but like I said, they buried all his achievements. Nobody talks about him. We talk about records being broken in the NFL, like it just happened. A lot of these things OJ did. A lot of times in the NFL, when they try to highlight a record or something, they'll say this player, or they never say O.J. Simpson's name. You understand? And I just gotta, like I said, I look at what's going on with Cam and Mase. Look what they're doing with Mark Jackson. You understand? You look, it's the same exact thing. Cam and Mase need to be celebrated in this culture because it's powerful. You have a situation where, Mark Jackson, the architect of the Golden State Warriors, you understand? He comes out, he get into some situations with all them dudes up there, Lakem and them guys in Golden State. Before you know it, he's yesterday's news. You understand? You get the architect for all these chips, you understand, and trips to the finals, and the greatest backcourt, the man behind it all, basically the whisperer, for the greatest shooting backcourt in history, who basically turned Steph Curry to a pretty decent player to a superstar. He can't receive a job. You understand? He gets fired from ESPN. it seems like, to be honest with you, they was about to bury him, in terms of on national airways, and what did Cam and Mase do? They come with the bag, and put it all up. What was it, 750,000, if I'm not mistaken? 250. They went up there. They went up to Mark Jackson with some money. To give him, because they understand the investment of a Mark Jackson. Even Mark Jackson on the Come Talk to Me network is issues. You understand? In my opinion, I think it's blackballing. I think there's a situation where people not showing Mark Jackson that love. You understand? It almost makes me feel like, was Mark Jackson silenced? You understand? After ESPN done with you, I wonder, because you have Cam and Mase resuscitating Mark Jackson. I feel like Mark Jackson's show not getting respected the way it need to. Y'all get in the comment section and let me know. But like I said, a lot of people didn't know O.J. Simpson. You understand, in the ways that people that, like I said, we only knew O.J. as a monster. We didn't see O.J. Charismatic O.J. and speaking sports. You understand? And the humor of OJ, the jokes that he had with Mase, the jokes that he had with Cam. It's unfortunate that all this stuff occurred, because I feel like Cam and Mase was about to do something special. Who's to say that if he didn't have health issues, you wouldn't have an OJ show on this thing? So clearly, these guys are going to stand next to people, when it's not status quo. You understand? When it's not cool to do it. Cam and Mase is gonna do it, and I think that's honorable. I think it's respectable, and like I said, I think that sports is perfect with these guys in it. I know that when they first came, in the whole circuit, people didn't know if this show was gonna last. Make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to Flight Sports for more news updates and more on the situation. A lot of people probably felt like the show wasn't gonna last, but like I said, it's here and it ain't going nowhere. It is what it is. It's going strong, and I think they could get on the network if they wanted to. But I like the fact of they continuing to go independent. They know what they know their audience, and Cam is a smart guy, man. And Mase too, but Cam, man, to me, like I said, this got Cam's vision all over it, and like I said, here we're gonna document it. We're gonna be getting more news updates and more on the situation with O.J. Simpson. When more news gets out, we're gonna be here to break it down to you. If you're rocking what it is, Cam, Mase, them Harlem guys, make sure you subscribe to Flight Sports. We bring in an array of content. Like I said, we here to report the news of the passing of O.J. Simpson. It's Flight Sports TV. Peace and love.